Hello, my name is Thomas Mick. I am the author of articles on the blog at commonsensetome.com. If I fail to raise enough support to pay my bill for commonsensetome.com, the address will change to publius87.wordpress.com. This video isn't, this is actually my first video, politically speaking, that is not the recitation of an article with comment. I wish to take this opportunity to address a very common perception in the public eye relating to recovering our republic. There are so many people that are so afraid to get involved at the militia level, at the activist level that is promoted in my plan of action. And the reason that they give is that they're waiting for the first shot to be fired. They're waiting for the MRAPs to move into the community and force a reaction. Unfortunately, if we do that, which I have no intention of doing, that is indicated as in my plan of action. But if we did do that, what we've done is allowed the government to call the shot. They have all their ducks in a row. They've ordered their MRAPs. They've got their armored troops. They're training them to kill us. And if we sit around and wait for them to initiate their action, we will be in the worst position possible to fight them. Because they will have already silenced the media, which they're working at doing right now. They would have received their ammunition. They would have filled their required troop numbers that they anticipate needing to suppress us, as well as a number of gun control laws that they're trying to shove down our throats presently, where there are people that will rise if they're attacked, but not until. And those people will, many of them still trust government enough to surrender their arms. So the longer we wait, the weaker we become. I set a target date for April 15th, and I did that for a very specific reason. Number one, myself and other people that are behind this plan of action, actually the plan of action comes out of this. But the people that really support me, or support my plan of action, unfortunately most of us are broke. We can't support each other in the effort. But we're dead serious. On April 15th, I don't care if I'm by myself, I am going to initiate the plan of action. And I have other people that have committed to do so as well. We will go to City Hall. We will go there armed and prepared for a battle. If we go alone, if everybody's still waiting around for the government to initiate action, then we will die, because we won't surrender. At least I won't. I can't really speak that for the others, but for me, if I can't live in a free republic, and I can't see the restoration of this republic, I don't want to be here. I do believe in God. I really, truly do. And I believe there's something far better than this existence beyond death. I'm really not afraid to go there. Hey, I'm living in an RV in Kalispell saying this on YouTube. And if you read my articles on my blog, I think you'll notice that I'm not exactly afraid that some Goonie is going to come over here and kill me. I believe that God is my protection. And until He determines it's my time to go, I'm here. And I'm going to continue performing my duty as God has given me instructions in my spirit until the day He takes me home. We need everyone to fight for the Republic. Yes, there are the Lilliputians that they believe in what feels good, do it. They bought into the blue pill, and they're just happy-go-lucky until the iron fist comes down on them. But quite frankly, those people, including members of my own family, choose to be ignorant. All of my family knows my position, and they think I'm crazy as a loon, as well as many people that probably read my articles think I am. And based upon the financial support I've received in trying to keep doing what I'm doing, it really rocks my boat sometimes. It really does. I'm not working. I'm not sitting around with a cup in my hand begging for sustenance for no effort. I and many people like me are giving everything to put this effort forward. We're giving up everything. We're losing everything, including our lives in the end. And it's very disheartening and really hurts morale when you have to beg and plead for support. I pray for the day, and this is what I'm fighting for. I may not have been exactly specific on all points, because I'm trying to summarize things to make it easy for people to understand and follow. But the implications of what I'm doing are enormous. That hated day, April 15th, when their supposedly deadline for you to send income taxes in that don't go to anything in government. It goes to service our debt. Our debt-based money that is mathematically impossible to pay back. You're being fleeced, plundered, and now they're openly going to try to kill you. There really isn't any... I'm not saying anything conspiratorial. Just look at the frickin' news. Open your eyes and see what's going on around you. The first shot was fired decades ago. The federal government has been at war with the American people, well, since they declared us the enemy on March 9, 1933. Not openly. They removed the clause in the Trading with the Enemies Act of 1917, and they removed the American people from the exemptions of the definition of enemy. So officially, since they did that, we are the enemies of the District of Columbia and have been since the 30s. For those of you that want to look that up and see what I'm talking about, it's House Resolution 1491, March 9, 1933, during a special session of Congress called by Franklin Roosevelt. They basically caused the congressmen at that time to bend over and take it in the rear to pass this bill, one copy passed around to the entire frickin' Congress, and given 9 hours to pass it. And if they didn't, Roosevelt wasn't going to allow the bank holiday to be broken. That the banks would all be closed. Nobody could do business. They had us over the barrel, and they knew it. And they forced Congress to pass that bill, the Emergency Banking Act of 1933. My efforts will do no less than remove the income tax. Gone. All of the regulations that go with it. If you read my Declaration of Restoration, my plan is to roll back the Constitution of pre-Civil War state that removes all amendments back to 1860. The reason I did that is because since the incorporation of the District of Columbia and the fraud of the 14th Amendment. We have all become citizens of the District of Columbia by contract law. You ever wonder why you go to court of law and the Constitution really doesn't apply very much? I've been at this for 40 years. Please forgive me if I'm a little bit agitated sometimes. It really, really disturbs me how far we have fallen as a republic. And don't ask me how we're going to roll back the Constitution to that point. I mean, it should be self-sufficient to most people. I am seeking to replace every law-breaking, oath-breaking criminal from government. All of it. From the local level right on up through the frickin' usurper that's sitting in our White House right now. By the people. Not an armed march. Not a giant march marching against the District of Columbia and you have your little tin soldiers on one side or the other. I'm not advocating that at all. I'm advocating you, the people of the United States. Stand on your own, take up arms, and take your government back. The media has you all groveling, thinking that you're all beat already. They're the ones that give the impression that the federal government is this giant monster that's going to come and consume everybody. But the reality is it's a paper tiger. The armed American citizens far outnumber any force they can bring against us. But we have to bear those arms, and we have to come together. What has us defeated right now? In our minds, not in reality. Until those guns are gone, we're not defeated. But in our heads right now, many people are going, well, what can I do? They're so big and they're going to bring their goons and they're going to break in my door and they're going to kill me. Well, they're going to do that anyway. And if you don't think so, fine, live in your fantasy land. Because I'm telling you, in the next 5 years or so, if this isn't stopped, there's going to be a lot of dead Americans. Not only do they need to disarm us, they need to get rid of the very concept of liberty. And America was saturated in it. The only safe way for the globalists to get rid of that hope is to eradicate it, like rats. You, ladies and gentlemen, have been determined to be those rats. Just look at what the Department of Homeland Security's been frickin' defining as terrorists. Bible believers? People who believe in limited government? The people that want the Constitution to be in place? They're actually saying these things. And a lot of the drones that have been coming out of the public schools lately are going, oh goody! I am very passionate about America. Not the America that exists today, but the America that I've seen in my research over the past 40 years. Yes, there were very bad things done, most of which was from the federal government, not the states. There was a lot of hatred, jealousy, because in warfare, you always have those things. And in the wars against the Native Americans since the Pilgrims, well, actually the Pilgrims, no, but that war was basically theft. The white settlers dominated, scared the hell out of the natives. In some cases, the natives reacted. In some cases, the whites reacted, the Europeans. But injustices on both sides created a lot of bitter hatred. And for 400 years, we waged war against those people. And they waged war against us. Sorry, I kind of didn't want to go there, but it's been something on my mind a lot. I really believe that once we recover the United States, When we cover things under the Constitution, we need to revisit those treaties and the way those survivors of that war were treated. When they violated those treaties, they did so in your name. They were representatives of us. They gave our word to those people and then summarily just took it. Betrayal just isn't good. Making promises and violating them isn't good. I really hope and pray that there's enough Americans left in this country that has a brain cell or two and able to figure out that we, the people, need to take this back. Don't follow another Hitler. Be sure of your leaders. And the best leaders that you can know about are the ones that are in your local jurisdictions. When you come together, form a militia, you elect your own officers. Because those officers are people you know. They're in your community. They're your neighbors, your friends. But following after some general that had openly obeyed the orders of an ineligible foreign enemy agent in the White House, I think that just stinks a little bit. Don't you? Our oaths mean something. And we take an oath to support and defend the Constitution and bear true faith and allegiance to the same. Those aren't just words. It's not just a formality that you raise your hand and swear just to get goodies. Damn it, the Constitution is under the worst assault it's ever had. And yet our forces are obeying a usurper. Kick his ass out of the office. He's a criminal. Along with every son of a bitch in Congress and in the judiciary that covered for his ass and helped him get there. Not on a frontal assault on the district. My plan goes from the local level and just works its way up. Because once we regain our local level, we'll be stronger than you can imagine. Just at the county level alone, if we regain the majority of the counties in this country, there's nothing they can do. Nothing. They'll have to nuke us. We have to take back our country or die in the effort. Really don't want to go any further on this. I probably did myself enough damage with this video. But I just had to get this off my chest. Waco, Texas. Consider that the first shot. Or better yet, that rifle shot by Lon Horiuchi that killed Vicky Weaver. Well, technically that would go to killing Sammy Weaver. But there are a lot of other people even before then that were true patriots. They were trying desperately to fight this monolith that has gotten control of our government and were literally burned to death. Most of them were incinerated, including those at Waco. And if the media hadn't descended down on Ruby Ridge, I sincerely believe that the Weaver family would have suffered the same fate. Please, people, for the sake of our children, our grandchildren, and their children, let's get back our liberty. Let's regain freedom in America. Let's get the damn corruption out of our country and restore integrity. We were only the light on the hill when we embraced the principles of Americanism. We're not the light on the hill now. We're not the lamp on the bushel. Many countries are wondering, many people around the world are wondering what the hell is going on with America. Why are we putting up with all this crap? And it's making them lose hope. If we don't stand up, what chance do they have? They've been disarmed. A reinvigorated America with liberty can rearm them. Think about it. Just think about the implications for the world if America restores its integrity. God save the Republic.